It's Saturday, November 22nd, 2025, and this is your Appalachia Daily Update. For today's news, we're talking about new recovery money flowing into western North Carolina after Hurricane Helene, a wet but improving weekend forecast, important election dates in Clay County, and the start of winter sports across the mountains. We'll also touch on road safety for cyclists, a truly bizarre bald eagle story out of Swain County, and wrap up with some holiday happenings and a Hayesville athlete bringing home first place. Let's start with some important long-term recovery news. State leaders in Raleigh have announced a fresh round of support for children and families still feeling the impacts of Hurricane Helene in western North Carolina. The program is called WNC Thrive, and it's getting another big boost in funding. Between earlier commitments and this new expansion, the total state investment now stands at about $3.75 million, aimed at the 22 hardest-hit counties, which includes Clay and Cherokee. What does that mean on the ground? It means more free after-school, weekend, and summer camp programs where kids can get out of the house, be with their friends, and process what they've been through in a safe, supportive setting. It also means expanded behavioral health support through partners like Via Health and Trillium, so families have somewhere to turn when stress, trauma, or anxiety crop up long after the storm has moved on. For folks here in our corner of the mountains, the big takeaway is this: Helene recovery is not over, and there are still new resources being added for kids and families who need a little extra help. Next up, let's take a quick look at the weather for the weekend. The National Weather Service says we start today on the soggy side. Showers and a few thunderstorms are likely early this morning, with some patchy fog in the usual low spots. As we move through the day, though, skies should gradually brighten, trending toward mostly sunny by afternoon, with highs right around the upper 60s or near 70, depending on your elevation. Tonight, things turn cooler with lows dipping into the 40s. And Sunday looks sunny and comfortable with afternoon highs in the 60s, before temps slide back toward the 50s late in the day. Looking ahead, clouds and showers are expected to return by Tuesday, with another round of rain and possible thunder as we get closer to Thanksgiving travel. For anyone planning outdoor events, today's message is simple: have the rain jacket handy this morning, but the second half of the weekend looks pretty good. Now, over to Clay County, where election season is quietly gearing up behind the scenes. The Clay County Progress reports that the candidate filing period for the next election cycle opens in less than 2 weeks. That filing window is when folks who want to serve in county offices, school boards, or other local roles officially put their names on the ballot. The paper notes which kinds of offices are expected to be up and encourages potential candidates to start checking requirements and paperwork now rather than waiting until the last minute. If you've ever thought somebody needs to fix this, this is the part of the year where that somebody might actually be you. And even if you're not running, it's a good reminder to keep an eye on the county's election notices so you know who's stepping forward to represent you and your neighbors. Staying with local government for a moment, a quick holiday reminder for Cherokee County residents. The county's official calendar confirms that Cherokee County government offices will be closed on Thursday, the 27th, and Friday, the 28th, for the Thanksgiving holiday. That affects in-person services like tax payments, permitting, and some social services windows at the courthouse and county buildings in Murphy. We highlighted this earlier in the week, but as we head into the holiday stretch, it's worth repeating. If you have business to take care of with the county, try to handle it early next week, or be prepared to wait until the following Monday, when normal operations resume. From there, let's talk about public safety and how we cover it. The Cherokee County Arrest Report is out again, and we're going to handle it as a single crime and courts roundup rather than several separate stories. The latest list from the Cherokee Scout includes a mix of charges, things like drug-related offenses, probation violations, and other routine bookings that work their way through the sheriff's office and the courts. Rather than going name by name, we'll keep it big picture. The report gives a snapshot of the kinds of cases local law enforcement is dealing with right now, and it's a reminder that the justice system is constantly moving behind the scenes. If you want the full list, the arrest report is available directly from the newspaper. But here on the Appalachia Daily Update, we are going to keep crime coverage concise and focused on trends and safety, not on turning every single arrest into its own headline. On that safety note, an opinion column in the Cherokee Scout this week is sounding the alarm about what it calls the county's mounting bicycle death toll. The editorial points to several recent tragedies involving cyclists on local roads and argues that we're seeing a pattern our community can't afford to ignore. The writer calls for better driver awareness, more respect for cyclists' right to use the roadway, and a serious look at where infrastructure, signage, or speed limits might need to change. Opinion pieces are, of course, just that, opinion. But they're often rooted in real local stories that many of us have heard about or lived through. For families who ride, or for drivers who share these narrow mountain roads every day, it's a timely nudge to slow down, stay alert, and treat every bike you see as someone's child, parent, or neighbor. From a heavy topic to a hopeful one, let's spotlight a story about neighbors helping neighbors. Another Cherokee Scout feature focuses on Nell Britt, a 78-year-old local woman battling cancer. Rather than facing it alone, she's surrounded by a thick circle of friends, church members, and community groups who are stepping up in a big way, offering rides to appointments, dropping off meals, sitting with her during difficult days, and helping raise funds where needed. The story calls it a ray of hope, and that phrase really fits. In a time when the news can feel heavy, these small, steady acts of kindness remind us what community is supposed to look like in a town like Murphy. If you know someone in your own circle walking a similar path, this might be the sign you needed to check in. Bring a casserole, or simply sit and listen for a while. Now to one of the strangest regional stories you'll hear all week. On US 74 near Bryson City in Swain County, a driver on her way to work suddenly had the passenger side windshield of her car explode inward. According to reports, the cause wasn't another vehicle or flying debris. It was a bald eagle allegedly dropping a cat mid-flight that then crashed through the windshield. The driver pulled over, called for help, and thankfully was not injured, although the car had to be towed and the whole situation was traumatizing to say the least. Wildlife officials say bald eagles are increasingly common in the Great Smokies region and are known to pick up roadkill or small animals. Or sometimes they drop what they're carrying, whether because it's heavy, because they're startled, or because other birds interfere. It's a one-in-a-million type story, but it also underscores how unpredictable wildlife encounters can be along our mountain highways. Staying focused on the road and giving yourself a little extra reaction time is never a bad idea in this part of the world. You never know when another falling animal might fall your way. Thank goodness no one was hurt. On a personal note, when I was just learning to drive, an owl swooped in and attacked our windshield. And then again, when I was in college, I broadsided a massive black Angus cow in the middle of the road, just below Montgomery on a black winter night. So, with all the deer, elk, and turkeys all starting to get hungry this time of year, watch out when you are driving. Let's turn now to sports and some good news for area student athletes. The winter sports calendar is officially underway. Tri-County swimmers have already been back in the pool for their first meet of the season, and wrestling programs around the region are starting to hit the mat. The Cherokee Scout sports coverage and social posts also note that as November winds down, basketball is ramping up, with schools like Andrews and Hiawassee Dam tipping off this week. For families, it means busier evenings, gym bleachers, and a new set of schedules to juggle. For athletes, it's a chance to build on fall sports momentum or to make their own mark in the winter. We'll keep tracking key games, tournaments, and standout performances as the season moves forward. Of course, it wouldn't be late November without holiday events, and downtown Murphy and area churches are leaning into the season. The Cherokee Scout is highlighting its Christmas on Main content, which pulls together downtown festivities, things like parades, vendors, music, and family activities that bring folks into town and support local businesses. At the same time, the paper's church happenings listings outline Christmas programs, special services, and seasonal gatherings at churches across Cherokee County. Checking the Scouts listings or your church bulletin is the best way to find something that fits your family. Finally, we'll close with a happy news story out of Hayesville in Clay County. The Clay County Progress is celebrating an athlete named Foster, who took first place at a recent tournament. The article notes the hard work and preparation that led up to the win and the pride it brings to the Hayesville community, teammates and coaches. These are the kinds of stories that don't always break through to the regional or state level, but they matter deeply at home. When a local athlete climbs up onto the podium, it's a reminder that rural schools and small programs can produce big performances too. So to Foster and the Yellow Jacket faithful in Hayesville, congratulations on a job well done. That's the news for today. We'll see you tomorrow. If you found this newscast interesting, the first thing to do is follow us, and then share if you're on Facebook or Spotify. If you want to know how to be a part of it, contact us at podcasts with an S at Riverrun, that's all one word, .digital. There's no need to add .com. A few of you have asked why we are producing this daily newscast. Look, we get it. National news doesn't talk about what's happening at the local diner, the new business opening on Main Street, or the high school team that just went undefeated. That's why we're creating daily podcasts for small towns. For those of you who own a business, we're building hyper-local news for small towns across the country, one listener at a time. And we want local businesses as partners, not just advertisers. Here's our offer for you. The deal is simple. Share the daily with your customers and community, and we'll feature your business with free ad spots. You get exposure to engaged local listeners. We get the word out together about real community journalism. Everybody wins. And remember, take care of your neighbors, and they will take care of you.